Hey, what's up everyone and welcome to Daily Code Buffer. In this video, we are going to see what is Kubernetes ingress service. So we are going to see how an ingress service is different to the external service and the internal service in the Kubernetes cluster. And we will also see how ingress routes the different traffic to the Kubernetes cluster with the routing mechanism and how we can use domain, subdomain or path-based routing from the ingress component to our Kubernetes cluster. So we will see an entire demo with that particular two examples. So without any further ado, let's get started. Now there are different types of Kubernetes services are available. So there are internal and there are external. Internal means an IP will be only exposed within the Kubernetes cluster, and external means the IP address and the port number will be exposed to the external world. So external traffic can come to the Kubernetes cluster. For the internal service, the example is cluster IP. So cluster IP will be only available within the Kubernetes cluster, and on the other hand, node port and load balancer types are external service that we can call from the external to the Kubernetes cluster as well. And on top of that, ingress is one of the services which will allow the external traffic to the Kubernetes cluster based on the routing mechanisms. So we need to see how those routing mechanisms are there and how it differs from the external service. Now if we take the example of an internal service or an external service in the Kubernetes cluster, that service will be attached to any of the deployment or any of the pods, and that we will be getting the IP address and the port number for it. So if it's an external IP, we can execute or we can call that API or call that pod information from the external world with that particular IP address and with that particular port number. But in the real world scenario, we don't want that. We will be calling those internal services or the resources from the Kubernetes cluster using the host name or using your domain name. So if we take the example of dcbapp.com, that is my URL, that's my host name, right? So with that particular host name, I want to call my application. But with the internal service and external service, that is not possible. So we need a routing mechanism that allows us to define the IP address or to define the services and the resources of the Kubernetes cluster to that particular domain name or subdomains or a particular route. So for that particular thing, ingress is used. So we have to define the ingress services with all this configuration. What should be your host information? What should be your path? Based on all this host information and path information, ingress should be able to route all our traffics to the particular services or the particular resources available in our Kubernetes cluster. So that particular host name that we are going to define, that is dcbapp.com, that has to be attached to any of the Kubernetes node information. So from that only an external traffic will be able to come to the Kubernetes cluster, and then only our Kubernetes application, Kubernetes cluster will be able to identify the traffic. So if we have multiple nodes available in our Kubernetes cluster, any one of the nodes IP has to be assigned to that particular host information. So when you call that particular host information, that particular traffic will come to that Kubernetes cluster and it will decide, okay, which particular services are available, where this particular service is available inside my Kubernetes cluster, and that particular service will be called internally. And if you're working with any of the cloud providers like GCP or Azure or AWS, then they have already load balancer services available. We can leverage that load balancer service, and with that load balancer service, we will be able to call our ingress component inside our Kubernetes cluster, and we can traverse our traffic through our internal Kubernetes components. So the thing is, we have to define the entry point for our Kubernetes cluster. Now whatever we define in our ingress service configuration file, that will be just the information that whenever the traffic comes from this particular host or whenever the traffic comes to this particular path, I want to be called this particular services. That's the configuration we defined. But there should be something which will route this information, which will resolve all this particular request. So for that, ingress controller will comes into picture. So ingress controller is a different resources or a different component that we have to install or we have to add in our Kubernetes cluster that will help us to identify all this particular traffics, and it will help the ingress services to traverse all the traffic to our resources. So we need to add that particular component. So there are a lot of different ingress controller implementations available. We will be using the Nginx implementation over here in this particular demo. There are a lot of available from Apache and all the different cloud providers also. There is an entire list available in the Kubernetes documentation. I will add that link in the description below so you can check that out, which all particular controllers are available. Now here we will be taking the example of a user service and a department service, that two different microservices are available. One is a user service which will allow to save one user and it will allow to get that particular user. There is a department service which will allow to save the department and it will allow to get the department also. So these two applications I have created using the Spring Boot Java, and I have uploaded the Docker images to the Docker Hub. So I will share all these files with you so you can directly use that particular two services and you can learn about Ingress component. We will be deploying all our Kubernetes resources in my Minikube cluster over here in my local, but all the steps which we do over here, that applies to any of the platform that you choose. So in our Minikube cluster, we have to add the Ingress controller. So we will be adding the Ingress controller over here. So if you use this command, that is Minikube add-ons list, you will get a list of available add-ons and the list of add-ons which are already been installed in your Minikube cluster. So we have to add the Ingress add-ons over here. So the command is Minikube add-ons enable Ingress. So with this particular command, you will be able to install the Ingress Nginx controller in your Kubernetes cluster, which is Minikube, and then we can leverage that particular Ingress controller and we can install our Ingress resources. So once you have done that, once you have enabled the Ingress component in your Kubernetes cluster, we can create the Ingress services and we can deploy that. Here if you come to my controller, if I say Minikube status over here, so here you can see that my cluster is running. Okay, everything is running and everything is configured correctly. If your Minikube is not running, you can use Minikube start command to start your Minikube server. I am running my Minikube server in Hyper-V. You can also start the same way. I have created a dedicated video how to install Minikube in your local machine. I will link that in the description below so you can check it out as well. So once you have identified that your Kubernetes cluster is working, everything is perfect, then we can go ahead and create our configurations file. So let me just clear this. Let me go to the VS Code over here, and here we will be creating our configurations file. Here I have created two configuration files, that is user service deploy.yaml and department service deploy.yaml file. So these are the two applications that we are going to use in our Ingress. So I'll walk you through these two applications. This is the first user service application where I have created a deployment and then I have created the service over here. So if you see this particular deployment, I have named it as user service app, and in this specification I have defined the name of this particular pod as user service app, and I have used daily code buffer / user service : 0.0.1 image over here. That image is available over here in my Docker Hub, so you can directly leverage this. And this particular application is running on port 9002. And for this particular deployment, I have created a internal service. This is a cluster IP type internal service. I have named the service as user service SVC, and the port information that I provided. This service is running on port 9002 and that should run on port 80 as a service. The similar thing I have defined for the department service also, that this is a deployment for department service app. That's the name that I have given over here. And the image I've been using is daily code buffer / department service : 0.0.1. This is also available over here in the Docker Hub department service, and it is running on port 9001. For this particular deployment, I have created the service over here. This is also cluster IP service, that is the internal service, which is running on port 80 and the target port is 9001. So this particular service with the name department service app as the selector, it will connect to this particular deployment. So these are the two applications that we are going to use, and with this particular Ingress that we create, we will be traversing through these two particular service. Now what I'm going to do over here is I will create an Ingress service over here, and that Ingress service will traverse the traffic internally to both the services, that is department service and the user service, based on the path available. So I will define one host name, that is dcbapp.com, and if my path is /users, then it will call the user service, and if my path is /department, it will call the department service. So that way we are going to configure over here. So let me just create one of the file over here. I'll say ingress svc.yaml file. Okay, so this is the file that I'm going to create, and I will just create the simple Ingress component. So this is a default file that comes over here. So here you can see that API version is networking.k8s.io/v1. The kind is Ingress, and here you can give the metadata information. So I'll be deploying in the default namespace only. So if I remove this, that is fine. I will name this particular component, that is DCB Ingress. And here you can see that we have to define the rules over here. So based on these rules, this ingress will traverse the traffic to our internal services. So in this particular rules, we can define different host available. So here we have only one host. So I'll define the host information over here. I'm defining the host as dcbapp.com. So this is my host information. And with here, this particular host information, we have to define our HTTP paths. So this HTTP is just a protocol, not the HTTP or HTTPS TSL certificates. Okay. We can also define TSL certificates or HTTPS or routing also with this particular ingress component. But this HTTP is not the particular HTTP that we call. This is a protocol that we have to define. If you are also defining with HTTPS, that also you will be defining with this particular HTTP. So with this HTTP, you need to define multiple paths over here. Okay. So for this particular first path, I'm defining users over here. Okay. So anything coming to this particular users with path type as prefix, I need to assign a backend service to it. Okay. So I need to define the name of my service. So name of my service for the user deployment is user service SVC. So I'll define the name over here, and which is running on port 80. So what will happen over here is when you call dcbapp.com/users, all that particular traffic will go to this particular service. That's what we have defined over here. Let's define for departments as well. So this is the different path that I have added over here, which will say it's of departments. So if you're calling dcbapp.com/departments, my traffic should go to department service SVC. Okay. So I'll define this over here, and this service is also running on port 80. So that's it. This is the configuration that will allow all the traffic from ingress to our internal services. So now we have to go to our terminal and we have to deploy everything over here. So one thing to note over here is this dcbapp.com is just a dummy domain over here. Okay. So I need to add that particular configuration to resolve this particular host calling from my local host. So what I'll do, once I deploy this particular ingress services, we will be getting one IP address. So for that particular IP address, I will configure this particular domain in my local machine. So if you're working with Windows, in System32, there is a host file, you can configure that way. And if you're working with Linux or Unix, then in the /etc/host file, you can define this particular host configuration for your particular IP address. Let's go to the terminal and let's go to this particular folder over here. If I do ls over here, you can see that these are the three files available: department service deploy, ingress service, and user service deploy. These are the three files that we have created over here. And if I clear this and do kubectl get all over here, you can see that no components are deployed yet. So I just clear this and I will apply all this particular configuration. We'll do kubectl apply -f /. Now this will apply all the configurations. So yeah, you can see that all the particular configurations are applied. So let me just clear this out. And if I do kubectl get all over here, you can see that all the particular components are deployed over here. You can see that two pods are created for my department service and user service. Services are created, department service and user service. The deployment, the replica site, everything is created. Now here we can also see the ingress component. Okay. If I say kubectl get ingress over here, you can see that this is the ingress service that we have added over here. Okay. Which is running on port 80. And this is the host information, dcbapp.com. This is the name of my ingress that I have added, dcb ingress. And this is the IP address for it. So this particular IP address I have to configure for this particular host over here. So let's just do that. So I'll open Notepad and I'll open that particular file. And here I'll do the configuration. So the IP address is this. So I'll define the IP address over here. And I need to define the host also, that is dcbapp.com. Okay, that's it. Now we should be able to call our services using dcbapp.com. Now if you go to the Postman over here, now here you can see that we'll be calling http://dcbapp.com/departments over here. That's what we have configured. We will do the post request, and in the body we are passing this particular information: department ID, department name, department address, and department code over here. And when we click on send over here, and here you can see that we are getting the data over here. Okay, so we are able to connect to this particular service over here. Now if I go to get over here and if I give 1 over here, I should be able to get this particular data also. You can see that I'm able to get this particular data also. So I'm able to call two internal service, that is user service and department service, using the ingress component. Now let's check for the user service as well. Here I have defined the user service, that is dcbapp.com/users over here. And in the body I have defined this particular payload, that is user ID, first name, last name, email and department ID over here. And this is the post request. If I do submit over here, you can see that I'm able to get the data back over here. So that means my services are working correctly. So that means I'm able to call my internal service using the particular host name and using this particular paths also. Now this is one type of configuration that you can do. There is also a different configuration that you can define using your subdomains. So suppose rather than calling dcbapp.com/users, you want to define your this particular users application as your subdomain. So suppose you want to call it as users.dcbapp.com for your user service and departments.dcbapp.com for your department application. So that particular way also we can do the configuration. So let's do that as well. I will create one new file for that particular thing. Okay, before that let's delete all the configuration over here. Okay, let's delete all the resources and we will create it again. So I'll just clear it out over here and I'll say kubectl delete -f. So all the particular services are deleted. If I say kubectl get all, you can see that everything is terminating. And if I say kubectl get ingress, that is also deleted. Okay, now I will create one new file over here, ingress domain svc.yaml file. Here we will create the configuration based on the domains and subdomains. So let me just create the ingress basic component. So this is the basic component. Now here we need to define multiple hosts over here because we'll be having different hosts. So let me just name this particular component dcb subdomain ingress. I'll just remove the namespace. And here we need to define the particular host information. Okay, so for this particular user service I'm defining as user.dcbapp.com, and for the department I will say department.dcbapp.com. and here I am defining the root path only over here, so everything should be accessible. And service name, so I need to define the service name, that is user service svc over here, and which is running on port 80 over here. Same host information we will define over here for department also, and here we will say it is department.dcbapp.com. path is same and we need to give this particular service name, so that is department service svc, and the port is 80 over here. So this is the service that will be called based on the domains and subdomains, that host information that we have provided over here. So now extra thing what we have to do over here is, these are the two new host information. Okay, user.dcbapp.com and department.dcbapp.com. so these two particular host information also we have to resolve, so we have to configure it in our local. For now let's just deploy everything, and based on the IP address that we get we will configure it. So let me go to the folder over here. If I say ls, these are the 4 files available over here. So I just want to deploy department service, ingress domain svc and user service deploy. I don't want to deploy this, so I'll just do manually for now. kubectl apply -f/user service deploy department service deploy and ingress domain svc. So everything is created. Now let me clear and do kubectl get all over here. Okay, you can see that everything is running now over here. Let me clear this and do kubectl get ingress, and here you can see that these are the two host information now, right? user.dcbapp.com and department.dcbapp.com. we haven't got the IP address yet, so we'll wait for a couple of seconds to get that IP address. And here you can see that we got the IP address now. So for this particular IP address we will define this particular two host information. So let's do that. So I'll open notepad again in administrator mode. I'll open that particular file, and here I will define that particular host information. Okay, so this is the IP address and these are the two hosts. user and department. Now what we will do, we will go to the Postman again, and instead of dcbapp.com/users, we will call user.dcbapp.com/users. Okay, so this is my new domain now. What we did extra over here is we added this configuration, that is user.dcbapp.com. so my service will be called based on this particular domain, not with this particular path over here. So we have just given the root information. So we'll do the post request over here, and here you can see that we are getting the data. So this is working perfectly fine. We will see the same for our department also. So instead of dcbapp.com, we will do department.dcbapp.com post request, and this is my body over here. And if I do submit, you can see 200 okay, and we are getting the data back. And if you do the get request also over here with the user ID 1, we should be able to get the data. So that means we are able to configure our ingress component for our domains and subdomains also. So here you can see that it is very easy to configure your ingress services for your Kubernetes cluster. I will add all these particular files in the GitHub repository, and I will share with you. You can go through all these particular files and you can directly use these particular files also. I will be keeping all these particular images in my Docker Hub repository available, so you can directly use that. So these are the two services, that is user service and department service I'm talking about. And for the ingress domain and ingress SVC, you can directly use it, and you can also create your own domain. You can directly configure your own domains as well. So that's all I want to say about ingress in Kubernetes. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for the upcoming videos. I will see you in the next video. Till then, happy coding. Bye bye.